It's 7:04. Our chair is not here, so I will take his place. You'll have to bear with me, make sure I keep this on the level. So we'll start, as we always do, go around the room. My name is Tom Larson. I'm the acting chair tonight.
Brian Larshall, member.
Rich Codman, member.
Tony Capola, member.
Mark Kresge, clerk.
Okay. Has everyone had a chance to review the meeting minutes?
Yes.
I have.
I'll make a motion. For approval.
A second.
All in favor?
All in favor? Aye. Okay, moving on, we go to old business. Oh,
Is it recording?
She's probably fine. Yeah.
all right.
She's back there.
So now that we heard the click on the recording come on, the conservation meetings are digitally recorded. Going to old business, we started a public hearing, a notice of intent for construction for a single-family home on parcel 3-1, 43 Birches Road. The applicant has requested that this hearing be continued to September 5th. So we don't have to do anything today.
Nobody here is here for Birches Road, right?
Nope.
Okay. I think you can probably roll these together into a single motion, Tom.
I'll
Okay.
make a motion that we, let's continue these meetings
Okay,
till September 5th, as requested.
all right, so a motion,
I'll second.
a second, all in favor?
Right.
Aye. Now, does that go along with the third one here for Morgan Road?
No,
No.
third one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
us.
Okay. You don't wanna be passed up.
No.
Public hearing. Hubbardston Conservation Commission will review a notice of intent for work to be performed in a buffer zone to a wetland resource area. The work involves construction of a driveway, new single-family home with septic and well on parcel 3-101, 7 Morgan Road.
You don't have revised plans, do you?
I don't have revised plans, because there was nothing to revise at the time.
Sorry.
Okay, do we need a motion to continue, open this back up?
I think you can just,
Okay.
Is this the second page? The other page, this is just the access here, because I think that you guys are more concerned with what's going on in the back here. So. Okay, so. Coming in from the road, coming over the high ground here, trying to keep it as centralized in on these buffer zones as I can. Coming out to this area here, where we have house, garage, well, septic. Believe that the commission members, I don't know if you guys, which one of you guys went out there, but I had staked 4 corners of the septic, these front 2 corners of the garage, back 2 corners of the house. And it was my understanding that there was some question about wetlands behind here, going in this direction, to which
Yeah, behind the house.
to which I would like to say, yes, there are. They're over 100 feet away.
Cause there was a big rock, and behind that
I mean-
big rock is what we were concerned about.
Yeah, you're looking, I mean, but that's pretty far off of where we were, in terms of where this was staked, because I walked back there, and I mean, there's no doubt it gets wet as you're going back there. It gets wet to the point where you don't want to go any further back there. But I thought it was far enough removed from this where it was not gonna be an issue. If the commission would like to see, like either some wattles or something here to delineate what the ultimate limit of work would be when we're out there, I would have no problem with doing that.
Yeah.
But I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's not gonna change what we're proposing here to construct.
Yeah, we couldn't see the four posts for the house, that's what it was, we weren't sure if that was the front or the back of the house.
It was.
So I guess it was the back of the house, the two that we
It was,
saw.
there was these two here.
And we weren't sure about that.
And these two
Yeah.
here, so it would've been a front corner here, and back corner here, and back corner here.
Yeah,
I mean, I tried to make it as obvious as possible, but I understand that sometimes it's
Right.
difficult when you're on the ground, that's for sure. And I know exactly what I'm laying out when I'm out there, you know?
Okay,
we
so
found.
you went out, right?
Yeah, I went out.
yeah, even though we need to.
We found these flags, I think we found most of these.
Yeah, we
and
found
kinda
most
knew
of
that
those,
area.
too.
And all the way down to the road, we found those and I thought we were pretty happy with
Yep.
where those were set.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously, this kind of loops back around on itself, and then this keeps going this way, and that's,
Yeah.
it's all connected in the back here,
Yeah.
but I didn't keep going with it, because like, on a site like this, where the hell do you stop? You know,
I
at
think
some
we
point.
could put some
Yeah.
wattles out back there, I think we'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if I throw a revised, plan in here and
Yep.
just give you basically maybe starting here and coming around here.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
You know?
The other question was how far back, was the cutting and clearing going to be too? I guess
Right.
that kind of plays into that, so if the wattles is gonna be kind of the limit of the
It-
cutting.
that would be yes. Yeah, I mean, you wanna cut back enough so that they have a yard and so
Yeah.
that you don't have the influence of trees on the structure itself. So, I mean, we're gonna have to clear to get back to where this well is anyway. So, I mean, I believe that we could call this the limit of disturbance coming in to this point here. And like I said, I'd go from here to here to right about there. And if you'd like, I have my computer with me, I could do that revision right now and get it to you guys, you know, like that way there's,
Yep, yep.
it's literally a 5-second revision for me to do. So if we can close this thing out and I can get it over to you guys, I would really appreciate that, so.
Yep.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Okay.
Cool.
You good with that?
Mind if I pull up a chair?
Yeah, I have no objection.
Mind if I pull up?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so, I mean, that's just housekeeping. If you guys are prepared to approve it at this point, you need to do the motion and the vote, and the order of conditions will be according to plans about to be submitted. And-
Isn't technology wonderful?
You don't bring out your drafting table anymore.
And with your standard sheet of conditions for new construction.
Okay. Okay. Do we have a motion?
I'll second it.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so just as stated, with those revisions in, obviously, the rest of the boilerplate that we have,
Yeah, he's got that, so.
yeah, okay. So, did we already vote? All in favor?
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Thank you very much for your time, and I'll have this ready momentarily.
No pressure.
Never is any, no, none.
5 seconds.
Okay, so we'll move on to new business. Public hearing, the Hubbardson Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing pursuant to MGL Chapter 131, Section 40, the Wetlands Protection Act, reviewing a notice of intent for fill in wetland replication work in a wetland resource area. The work involves construction of a new single-family home and driveway on a parcel 10-32 and 10-33 Worcester Road.
Before we start, I'm gonna recuse myself from this. I work for DCR, the Division of Water Supply and Protection, and there's a pretty large piece of DCR property across the street, so I just wanna recuse myself from this. So I'm not gonna be participating in the discussion.
Still give us a quorum?
You still have a quorum?
Yep, we only need 3 out of 5.
We need 3 for a
Yep.
quorum, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So go right ahead.
Mark Elbag prepared this plan, we're not able to make it tonight, so he called this morning and asked me to come in, so I'm gonna wing it.
Okay.
Basically, what we're looking to do is place the house up on this portion of the property. And there's a small wetland crossing to do right there, and he's proposing a wetland application right there.
Okay.
And that was the least invasive place to cross the wetland on the property.
So has anybody been out to take a look at this site?
No, you guys haven't walked it yet.
Okay. So what is out there right now? Is anything staked out?
No.
Okay.
We perked it, but the house is not staked, and the septic's not staked.
Before we'll even
Okay.
talk about it, it's gotta be staked out before we
Okay.
go out.
All right. So you need to do a site visit.
To the site.
Do you have a target date? I'll make sure he has a stake prior to that.
I would say we're usually pretty flexible about getting
Yeah.
out there.
Well, he's gone this week, so
Okay.
it could be sometime
Next
after
week?
next week.
Okay.
I'm sure it won't take a month to stake it.
Yep, yep. The board's familiar with his work.
Okay.
They're right.
Once that is staked out,
We're
then
mid-meeting here.
they can
Tom
go out,
is acting as
agree with the line,
acting chairman.
and then go through the rest.
Okay, that's fine. When is your next meeting?
So it is,
Are you,
yeah, so once a month.
I won't be there.
First Tuesday of September.
Yeah.
uh,
So can we continue this until September then?
We can do that.
Formal request then?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So,
okay, good enough? We're
do
carrying
I
on.
hear a motion that we
I'll make a motion to.
Yes, we do.
Continue it.
continue it?
Okay,
To our next meeting.
and then once he's got it
Okay.
staked out, I can
Looks like
let Mark know,
next
and then we
meeting,
can
September
Right.
schedule site
fifth,
visits.
So,
2023.
yeah.
Does he typically go with you on the site visits? Or you just go out on your own, or? I don't know what the practice is.
Yeah, I don't know if he's showed up on them or not, I think. You guys did the other ones. Did he show up, the engineer, or not? Or did you guys just look at him?
I didn't look at anything.
No, you looked at the other lots he's got.
I think typically they get staked out and then.
Oh, wait,
Halfrey.
wait some time ago.
Yeah,
right.
So
Yeah, we
just-
went up on Halfway Road and looked at them, yes.
Right.
But just in general, it gets staked out, then you go out and take a look at it.
Yes, we don't go out and take a look at them until they're staked out.
So, he's gone this week, so I'll ask him to stake it the first of the week, and I'll send you a message once it's staked, then you can let them know to schedule time.
Okay,
They're not staked, we don't have a clue as to
Right.
how close the building is to the wetlands, to the buffer zone.
Well, makes
or
sense,
anything
but if
else.
you wanted him there, we just need to coordinate a time. If it's helpful to have him there to walk with you, if not,
We can do it with or without.
whatever, that's fine.
it's not really a topic for tonight, but since the engineer isn't here, but you should be aware that when the DEP issued their file number yesterday, they had a couple comments saying that the driveway crossing needs to meet Massachusetts stream crossing standards, and that a 401 water quality certification is required for the project. So there will be some kind of communications going back and forth with the engineer before the next meeting as to what that all means.
Okay, can we, get him that information, either make a copy of that?
The engineer has it.
Okay,
Mark has it.
perfect, okay. all
He
right.
mentioned to me briefly this morning.
Yeah.
He was away, so we didn't really talk too much about it. I don't know what that involves. I don't know if it's a big deal, or
Yeah.
we'll find out.
It's not fun.
thanks.
Not a good time.
So how much is it gonna cost me?
Let's see, how much do you look like you have?
I'm out of here. Is it a long process? Is it a pain in the ass? Obviously, a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a whole other layer of bureaucracy that you're gonna have to go through. So, I mean, it's It'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll be fine, it's just not fun.
I've done one, it takes longer than you want it to.
Yeah, exactly. It's the time that, it's the time more than the money.
Oh, well, hey, welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You'll be in by next summer, don't worry about it.
Yeah. No hurry, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, we'll plan on that first. I'll let you know when it's staked, and we'll go from there.
Okay,
All right, we'll see you in September.
very good. Thank you.
See you later.
Mike Stahl, 5 Lombard Road. For clarification, could you point out where that parcel or parcels are regarding the tax assessor's maps? So here's Worcester Road, there's Halfrey Road. So if you.
That's Halfrey right there?
Yes,
We're 68.
68 is right there, Worcester Road. Coming right down, follow my thumbnail.
Right here?
Yes, that's it.
So the parcel will be somewhere in here.
Okay, so that's going to be map 10.
No, it tells you right here, it's map,
Well, yeah, but
1032,
it,
33.
oh, I don't have that.
Okay.
Yeah. 10:32 and 10:33.
Okay, Mark, you've got it. So, I'll,
Let's just show it on screen so they can
absolutely.
verify.
So.
So,
Page 2. Page
Tell
1
me.
right here.
I'm just,
So,
these are just assessors maps.
That's the-
assessors.
proposed straw walls, the limit of disturbance. Wrapping
right
around
here, here it is right here.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay.
That worked for you,
Further
Ron?
over, or?
See you later.
It's going up, I mean,
You know,
we can,
So elevation is higher on this.
we can do whatever you want.
so, yeah, that way, not
Yeah.
necessarily.
I mean,
bad.
it's more just to kind of give them a spot. And
So I can't see the.
I'm just saying that
numbers on
the
it.
house here and the grading, 101,
I mean, I
it's
could,
kind of loose back.
I could bring that over a little bit further if you want.
If you go just by where the well is.
Was that Mr.
because when
Green
they
that called
grow,
in?
Just so.
Yes, it
Dale
was.
won't head that way.
He was just getting off the tractor.
Oh.
He's been bailing.
I was gonna say it's hay season, isn't it? Yeah.
Does that make sense?
The 3
So
days
we'll
of
go
hay
like
season
another
so far this
25
summer.
Yeah, I know.
So let me,
If you get a hay season, if you get to it,
Does
you're
that work for you?
fantastic, yeah.
Yeah.
okay, very
It's
good.
dry.
Problem is, molten now.
Mine done early, I think I'll get a third cut easy.
All right, just a little bit longer on the model.
You get good quality?
So,
Yeah, pretty good, yeah.
I'll be sending hard copies
When
of
was
this
your
in
second
to you guys. And,
2 days ago.
you've got the electronic copies.
Sitting at
You
the
know,
front as we speak.
You don't even need to send hard copies.
Okay.
Electronic is fine.
Then,
Tomorrow,
okay,
it's supposed to be
let me,
nice and dry.
let me send the revised copies to you right now then, so that I don't forget. Because we just changed it a little bit.
Oh,
so-
okay.
Yeah.
2 emails in your inbox.
Yeah, so just disregard the first one.
Okay.
So the ones that are the final revision just have final at the end of them.
Okay.
Final, really, V2.
Final, that's it.
Really, this time?
That's it.
Underscore.
We're done.
Tom, we should reverse agenda items here. We actually have a late breaking application under matters not reasonably anticipated. Then we'll do administrative last.
Okay. And what do we have?
Me.
Well, come on up.
You good right here, dude? Yeah. I assumed that was who we were talking about, yeah?
Okay, so you are Donald Foster, correct?
I am.
Okay, what do you have for a project?
Basically just an as-built that I'm trying to get, into you guys, at 142 New Westminster Road. It was approved, it was built, signed, and I'm just trying to get the, sorry, what is it? Certificate of compliance.
Of compliance
Okay. Yeah.
on installation of,
Yeah.
what, is it well and septic?
I think the well's already been done, but yes. just
Thank you
basically
very much for your
completing the
time,
fact
guys.
They were
Okay.
done, they were done in the area, and,
All right, so why are you here? In other words, doesn't that typically go through Board of Health?
The Board of Health will probably take a look at the as-built and filed, but for the order of compliance to be signed off of,
Okay.
I need you
All
guys
right.
to.
What happens is, you guys issued an order of conditions on it,
Yep, okay.
which remains as a encumbrance on the title unless they get it cleared with a certificate of compliance.
Okay,
So
And then
that's-
one of
that's-
us usually do go out and take a look to see that it has been done.
Yeah, well, there's two options. I mean, you could, in this case, you have a stamped plan from Mark Elbag, the engineer, saying that, yes, this is an as-built. It was put in according to the plans that you guys approved for order of conditions. So that's generally considered sufficient for you to approve if you're so inclined. I mean, you could still say you want to look at it, but.
any thoughts?
In the past, have we looked at it? Seemed like Tony was
In the,
thinking that.
in the past, we have looked at different installations, depending upon what they are and whether we feel that there might be some problem with it.
Yeah.
If everything looks good in the drawing, then chances are we wouldn't have to go out and look at it. But there are questionable ones from time to time.
I think this one looks beautiful.
And I feel the same way.
So does anybody remember going out to see that the first time?
Where is it?
142 New Westminster.
No, I didn't do that.
It's, when you go out.
I did do that one.
Mike's
Is that
Hall,
one-
5 Lombard Road.
Is that the one at the
It-
Lombard?
It's the one that that parcel borders the Stahl
property.
property.
Yeah.
By.
Okay, is that the one you walked in with us?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, all right, all right.
So you and Rick were there that day?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
okay.
across from the pond.
Across from the pond, exactly,
Yes.
yeah. Adams Road, Lombard Road.
Yeah,
right.
I know what we're talking about now.
Okay.
Okay. No, I'm sure it's fun.
Okay.
Let me just take a look at this.
I've been watching the construction across the stream.
Yeah.
Across
Yeah.
the stream. Not really, but went up fast.
Yeah, this one came together pretty well.
I'm sure if there was any problems, you would have heard about it.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. I have never had so many people stop by when I was
And then
building a
I want to
house.
take a look.
The number of people that I've had tell me, I looked at that lot, I was gonna build. They're just stopping by I've never had so many people stop by, ever, like not even close. Usually I get one or two, I'd say I've had at least 70 or 80 people stop by
People,
while I'm
okay.
building that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, our
I've
part
said
on
them
this,
all.
is it a signature, is it?
Signature.
All right. So we don't need a vote, just?
No, you do need to vote.
Okay, all right.
Okay. I could make a motion, we accept it as presented.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, so now, let's start with the signatures.
My son is with me tonight. He enjoys Minecraft. I apologize. He gets a little too excited. He gets a little too excited to remain quiet.
He's very patient.
Yes, he is.
If he wants, he can come up and present.
Did you want to present the plan to the board? No? All right. My daughter, probably.
Yeah, get us involved in town politics real early.
We're always looking for another member.
I know, yeah. Westminster, and it's the same way.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have a order of conditions signature page with me tonight, so, I'm gonna be writing up Morgan Road. And they'd probably appreciate it if you guys could swing by and get it signed before the next meeting. I'll let you know when it's available.
So does Rick know he doesn't have to come up?
Yeah, he's not coming.
Didn't want to come flying in through the door.
Yeah. Get out of my chair.
At least you got a nice day for it, I'll tell you. Yeah, we had some hot ones, and finally got some nice weather.
Yeah, and it was a nice breeze for drying.
Yeah, it absolutely was.
He hasn't had a good year, what they say, it's almost record July for rain.
Rain, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
someone said that it's almost record July, which I think is probably over, because that was a few weeks ago. And then I'm thinking, if you put July and June together, that has to be a record, because
Yeah.
June was right there with a record too.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the combination, there's no way. I remember, 8 years ago, we had that 9 years ago, we had that crazy rainy June, but then July was nice. I don't ever remember going into another rainy July. So,
So you said you emailed this?
yes.
'Cause I didn't see it when I ran across the street. Did it go to Concom at Hubbardston, MA?
I can tell you. No, it didn't. Would you like to go there?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a PDF of the plan and
Yeah.
application.
I'm sorry, it's, what is the email?
Concom at hubbardstonma.us.
.us.
Yeah.
Concom at hubbardstonmass.us. There's nothing on after
Yeah.
Hubbardston.
hubbardstonma.us.
Yeah, there's no dash or anything or dot, okay.
No, no. Yeah, I mean, if worst comes to worst, I can stand it, but I'd rather have the original.
That should be there now.
Okay.
Assuming I have service, it might still hang until I.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dubious.
Yeah.
No service and nothing?
Well, we joke about it. Every time I leave that, I have service to that house. And I
Yeah.
always call people as soon as I get in the car, hey, I'm coming home. I don't make it 20 seconds down the road.
Yeah.
It just drops. I'm thinking, you think I'd learned to wait, and I've only been working on it for months now. But no.
We know all the spots.
I'm sure you do. I'm learning them. I don't know that side of town. I know that coming in 68, and I know going down Old Westminster, or New Westminster.
When the pine crust, we'll just forget it.
Yeah, it drops down pretty good right there.
Oh, yeah.
My son asked me, how come the radio's not working? I said, 'cause we're listening to it online and it doesn't work. Would you like these? You have your copy
Yeah,
and your signatures. You got the one with the signatures?
yeah. So probably Thursday, mid-morning.
Okay, I appreciate it. So I got a closing coming up, so that would be fantastic. So. Very good.
All right,
Thank you much.
as long as we're in matters not reasonably anticipated. You got anything, Mike?
No, sir, I did not.
You good?
Okay, moving along,
Thank you.
administrative matters.
So I've got two. One is the
You're very serious.
alternate member. It did not make it to the select board.
Just keep moving on.
Okay.
Nate actually asked for a opinion from town council. And the response came back that that would require an act of the legislature.
I mean,
So I guess we're not counting on that.
Yes, that's where we stand on that.
it must make too much sense to have an alternate and have
Right.
voting rights when he's an alternate.
So we're gonna have to make do with five members.
Okay.
You're welcome to show up anytime.
Could you,
Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, Mike Stahl, 5 Lombard Road, was it because that you requested it as a voting member? Certainly, other boards and committees have alternate members. Was
Oh,
that
you can-
the issue?
No, you can be an alternate member. I mean, I was an alternate member for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's why I'm trying
Um,
to get clarification.
yeah. My guess is that that was what drove it to
Okay.
a legislative act.
That's what I thought.
It would still, I mean, we, you know, if you want, we can circle back again, try again with town administrator and select board as a non-voting member, which might only be a select board action, or it might not.
Well, I would say that
Try it.
we try it again.
Is that what you'd like to do?
It's the board's pleasure and the select board's pleasure.
Yeah.
I certainly would like to see.
Maybe the administrator does know more about that and, you know, was asked one question, only answered one question.
Well, right, I mean, you know, clearly he doesn't, Nate doesn't know.
I mean, it's
If
certain-
if we circle it back to him, he may ask, he'll probably ask for another opinion.
Well,
Okay, what about a non-voting?
Yeah.
There certainly is a precedent set
Yeah.
for alternate members.
Yeah.
Alan Ollie, even after he served as chairman, he came back as an alternate member for 3 or 4 years. I
Planning
sat
board
as-
has an alternate member.
Right, so it might be just.
Yeah, well, that one's
the vote.
defined in the town charter.
So,
Okay,
maybe,
all right,
okay. That's too bad, but,
yeah, we can ask, it might be something simple.
yeah.
And the other thing was the boilerplate educational sheet that I sent around. I got some comments back. Yeah, that one. Is this,
The whole thing, 3 pages.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful brochure. My only thoughts when I first got it, I said, oh, there's a lot to read here, I'll read this later. You know, I'm just thinking, you have
people aren't
to,
gonna
you have
read
to
it.
put a sticky tab out on the front that says, you know, this is important, if you have wetlands, or go find out from the town if you have wetlands on the property that you just purchased.
Well, I think that depends too how we're gonna use that, so is that just?
I think it's a handout to people buying property, to new homeowners.
yeah.
Or if someone has a question
Yeah.
on how that works, that's probably more detailed, exactly what they're looking for, but it's not a simple,
This is wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just thinking, everybody just moving into a house, they get this handed to them with a bunch of other stuff, and they might, like I did. But I said, no, I have to read it, and I read it and found it to be very informative.
So, I mean, do you wanna
I-
reel
No, I think
it
it's-
back to a single page?
No, I think it's fine the way it is. I'm just bursting my little how
Yeah.
I approached it, you know,
So-
when I first got it.
can we put that on, so if someone went on the website,
Mhm.
they could get to that?
Yeah, I can get it on the website for you.
Then they could read it that way,
Mhm.
so, and we have hard copies and maybe just a little note.
Yeah, I
if you
think the
want a
hand
hard copy.
copies somewhere along the way, whether it's you giving it out or who's the first one
I
they
can
approach?
leave a stock with
Well,
town clerk.
Now,
Yeah.
that could be something too, that could go in the packet for new construction. So if you come in for a building permit.
Well, I think it would be nice for them to know before new construction. There's people that just buy the property and all of a sudden come in and say, I'm gonna cut my driveway in now, and they cut it down to the little pond down in back, you know, that kind of stuff.
They used to have something when you went to get an application for a building permit that basically told you all the steps.
Yeah,
You have to go
but
through.
sometimes people own the property 2-3 years before they ever go for a building permit. And this is where they cut trees and stop polluting the little stream that goes through,
So how-
and they
how-
just
how
don't
would we
know,
get to them?
you know? I think you should get it to them as early in the process as possible for them acquiring the property.
I don't think there's anything that drives anybody into town office
Mhm.
before a building permit.
Yeah, well, if there's no way, there's no way, but I think the early.
You can definitely put it on the website, though.
I don't know how hard it is, so obviously the town gets records of every time a piece of property is sold.
But I mean, I don't know how many times I've gone out that people had just cleared a whole big
Yeah.
lot out in the backyard. I mean, it was
They
only,
didn't know.
it was only a couple of years ago that, right across from Comet, the guy went out and back and cleared a whole bunch of pine trees. And Mr. Dakota helped him do it and then turned them in.
Actually, well, I was, I mean, I said I was gonna drop it with Candace, town clerk, but Candace is actually also now the assessing assistant.
Yeah, I
So
just.
that's the first person that hears about a
Yeah.
property
But I
transfer,
just
is the
think
assessors.
that the first person purchasing the property, they should get some information about, before they start digging the excavator and digging out a little pond in the back and, the whole thing.
Seems like it'd be difficult to keep track of that though, every like
Yeah.
land sale, like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely. That's my feeling on it.
Just a thought, if we can come up with an avenue that works, that's a great idea.
But this is a very good brochure.
Yeah, I
It
liked
is a
it.
very
I thought it
helpful
was-
brochure.
All right, so I'll sling one out to
Yep.
Scott, what's his name, Bischoff? Anyway, Selfridge.
Could I add something to the administrative matters? I was signed up through Mark for, MAC, which is the Massachusetts Association of Conservation Commissioners, which apparently we can just sign up for because the town pays for it. Just wanted to put a plug out there that there's a lot of really good information. I've started to look at some of it. If there's questions on delineating and things like that, there's a lot of free information that, is out there for commission members.
Anyone looking
I
for
can-
easy reading?
Yeah, me too. Fall asleep at night.
I can send some links around. You can do with it what you wish.
Perfect. Okay, so.
We took one of those classes with Kayla. It was Rick, myself, and Kayla. We took one of those online classes where we met one night. Did that. Very interesting.
Okay, is there anything else on the agenda?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second that. Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Nice job, Tom.
Rick's gonna look at the
Wonderful.
next minutes and go, why'd I miss that meeting?
Wonderful job.
I won't be here September 5th.